Yo, welcome back, trainers and collectors. A lot of you guys have been asking to show you guys what I'm picking up at shows. So we're going to start this intro with a couple items that I picked up this weekend. The first item is going to be the Giratina Garchomp tin. This contains 2 Unified, 1 Evolutions, and 1 Lost Thunder, and a beautiful Tina and Garchomp promo. Absolutely love this box. The red one's a lot more rare than the yellow one. And then I picked up a Pale Moon GX collection box. This contains 2 Unified, Lost Thunder, and a Steam Siege. And we'll go back a little more modern real quick. And I think if I had to say Plumber's Pick of the Week, it's going to be the Infernape V collection box. This box looks really, really cool, has some texture on it, and it also has a pretty good pack selection. 2 Lost Thunder, 1 Fusion Strike, and 1 Astral Radiance. This box is still super affordable, anywhere between $35 to $45. And then we picked up a really cool ETB. So we picked up a Dragon Majesty ETB. This box is a little more expensive, but I'm happy to add this back to my PC. Fun fact, when these boxes hit $200 a box, I had a case and I sold the entire case for $1,200. Wasn't my proudest moment. And last but not least, we have something really, really cool. This thing is a Tag Team Powers collection. You have 2 of the most stunning promos with the Espeon Deoxys and then the Umbreon and Darkrai. It also has a really nice Eevee GX full art, and it comes with 2 Cosmic Eclipse, 1 Evolutions, a Sun and Moon base, 2 Sword and Shield base, and then a Lost Thunder and a Celestial Storm. Guys, this box, oh my god, they were all over shelves back in the day, and now they are fetching such a premium, but really cool to add this back in my collection. And now, for your daily broadcast. You know, people say they don't like all the in-between stuff, all the excess, but you know what? I'm going to do things my way. Welcome back, trainers and collectors. It's your favorite Pokeplumber, flushing out the latest news and the hobby updates. Whether it's breaking leaks, rare finds, or market trends, I got the tools to keep your collection growing and your profits flowing. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Doing pretty well myself. First things first, we got to do our giveaway. So we were giving away a Mega Dream booster box. Congratulations to, it's either Erica or Eric A. Talafor. All you have to do is shoot me a message on Instagram or email me, claim your prize, take a screenshot, and just confirm that it's you. But congratulations. And for the next giveaway, we are doing a Prismatic Evolutions Espeon and Umbreon collection box. All you have to do is like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell notification, and enter your chance to win a free collection box. If it's free, it's for me. Whoo! Say all that 100 times fast, am I right? But what's going on, everybody? We have a lot going on. Happy Monday. I mean, technically it's Monday. It's like 1 a.m. right now. So happy Monday. I have to start off with a PSA. See, like PSA, that's me and them battling. They still have over 350 cards of mine. Value max, 3 months. Value plus, 3 months. I'm losing it. It's late. There's something that popped up. I might be able to put the photos in here, but somebody shared how they had Pikachu and Zekrom GXs from Team Up, and they sold them back to PSA at like $30-something a piece because they all came in PSA 9s. Then the person typed in, looked up the cert, but it all came up as PSA 10s. So after selling PSA these cards for $30-something, they brought to attention because they were now mysteriously PSA 10s. This was the conspiracy we were saying in the video, but now it turns out to be true. So as soon as it blew up, PSA, of course, said it was a glitch in our system. Bop, bop, bop. We'll compensate you. We'll give you the right money. But guys, I've said it time in and time out. What PSA is doing right now is the sketchiest thing I've ever seen. It's an absolute conflict of interest. They keep getting away with it. Nothing's going to change. It's just such a shame that this is happening in the hobby. And they're literally doing it right in front of us. And guys, all I can say is with all the PSA stuff happening, with all the GameStop happening, it's just, when news comes out I guarantee you someone would get arrested, right? Like people would get arrested for what's going behind the scenes. I truly think there's a lot of fraud, there's a lot of manipulation, there's a lot of things behind the scenes that we're not seeing as a whole. And I think once, the government starts focusing on this kind of stuff and kind of takes a deeper look, I truly believe that people will end up in cuffs. That's like the bad things that are going on behind the scenes. Unfortunately, they're going to keep getting away with murder until this happens. And let's say that, they do start to look at this and, a lot of things get exposed, people come out and lawsuits start to happen. It could truly affect the hobby. I think it can affect the hobby in a negative manner, especially if they eliminate these GameStop guys, I'm sorry, it's really these GameStop mystery packs, because now there's like a $2,500 mystery pack. For people saying that little kids can't get credit cards, guys, I have notifications on my phone, and I guess my daughter was on my PlayStation, and it's like $30 charge, $50 charge. I'm like, what the heck's going on? Little kids are so smart nowadays because they're just brought up with technology. They understand how to use a parent's card. Maybe I have to do better with my parental controls, and I did do it after I saw how she could charge things. I never knew, like, my Google account was connected to, the video game system. I mean, you could correct these things, but guys, there's little kids that are buying this stuff. There's little kids gambling. And I know they say, oh, well, it's 18 or older. Guys, little kids can get into this, and it can truly ruin an entire market. Like, I was talking to Joey about this. You heard Axie talk about the C2SGO market or whatever it is, and they did a lot of mystery skins and all that stuff with the weapons, etc. The same thing can happen to Pokemon. It's so dangerous. And if it did happen, I would absolutely go all in. Don't get me wrong. But if they were to take away these mystery packs, if they were going to take away these gambling games, that would literally cut off like 50% of the Pokemon hobby right now, right? Because a lot of people are doing whatnot, drip, all this stuff. And if there was the regulations that, started to happen, a lot of people would get out of the hobby. A lot of people would lose money, and it would absolutely tank this market. If there was no mystery packs, if there was no, mystery bundles, mystery slabs, etc. Guys, a lot of those people support the market. They're buying, guys, I don't know, 6 figures of slabs a day. And when you add some of the top 3-4 companies, it's closer to $1 million a day. So we have a lot of money going with these guys. I don't believe in it, but it does maintain the market and keep the market strong. But if something was to happen, like a big regulation, I do think we'd see like 30, 40, 50% drops in a lot of things. Because that market still hasn't come back. I don't even know the Counter-Strike market, whatever it is. I think it's Counter-Strike, C2SGO. I don't know. Guys, I don't play that game. It's scary. It's scary to think about. And it kind of gets me into my next topic. So I was talking to my other buddy, and we're seeing, Pokemon really, stagnate. I mean, we saw all the Black Friday sales, and it made the illusion that, all right, the hobby's bouncing back up. We're good to go. Even though things are a little bit higher, we're seeing Brilliant Stars jump back up. I still think it's a great buy. We're seeing Brilliant Stars jump up. We're seeing Surging Sparks jump back up. Everyone's going all in on Paldean Fates. You can probably get Paldean Fates for about $9 a pack. And I made a video not too long ago saying, guys, we will get Paldean Fates at sub $10 a pack. We will get Prismatic sub $10 a pack. We will get 151 at $10 a pack. And everyone's like, you're absolutely wrong. Guys, we're seeing it. This is an opportunity, especially for the Paldean Fates and 151. This could be the very last reprint, because something cool. I was looking at the cases of those Paldean Fates collection boxes that came in the mail, and it literally said like August 10th, 2025 on the box itself. And then the other box was like August 14th, 2025. So that's when these boxes were printed and they were made, and it looks like Pokemon held them for, about 4 months until release. So it shows Pokemon's a little bit behind, but I guarantee you this is probably the last time we're going to see Paldean Fates. So if you don't have any in your collection, I would focus on that. At the show today, it was just so much opportunity, right? People were complaining. You saw people that had like Sun and Moon boxes on their shelves, and I was like, how much do you want for that box? He goes, for verbatim, he goes, I'm taking these boxes off my shelf because I don't like where the prices are at right now. I'm like, okay. So he bought those boxes higher, and now they corrected, now they dropped. I'm broken sitting around $2,000, Unified Minds, same area, and they have dropped, right? But people don't want to sell it because they're in them for way more. Then I was talking to another guy, and he had a Magikarp tag team slab from Team Up. And he's like, yeah, I'm getting a tag 10 of it. I want to sell my PSA 10 one, but I'm not selling it right now because the price is too low. So these are a lot of newer people that came into the hobby and started selling, and they were used to it only going up, but little do they know that the market is slowing down right now. And guys, you might not see that price that you bought that box for the next year or two. You might not see the price of that slab for the next year or two, or maybe 3, depending on what happens with the market. So you're seeing a lot of people get frustrated in that instance, right? They're struggling with accepting that they lost on that card, but they also bought that card at an all-time high. But if you ask anyone else that bought that Magikarp card when it went to $700, you know, a year ago, they're happy because yes, it shot up, but now it dropped to $2,000, right? I believe there was a really bad comp for $1,300, but still, worst case scenario, you're in that card for $1,700, and now it's $1,300. So if you got it a little bit earlier, you're doing very well right now. Even though things have subsided and they have crashed, you're doing super well. But a lot of these people didn't get in a year, 2 years ago. They're all here 6 months to a year, 3 years. I mean, 6 months, 3 to 6 months, okay? And I was talking to my buddy Rob, huge shout out to RNG Games, but we're having this discussion, and him and I were talking about Magic, and we're talking about play booster boxes, Tarkir Dragonstorm, Wilds of Eldraine, the collector's boxes. And all these boxes right now are $110, $120 for the play boosters. Collector's boosters, $220 to $240. And now nobody wants them because they dropped, but they were buying play boosters when they were hitting $200. And it's like the human psyche doesn't want to buy it when it drops, right? But they want to buy it at an all-time high and then expect it to go to another all-time high, when in reality, right now is your buying opportunity for those Magic boxes, okay? Especially Tarkir Dragonstorm collector's boosters. I think those boxes are beautiful. I'm a guy that likes the art on all boxes, right? You guys know I dabble with Magic, but like that collector's box is really cool. I like the blue. Wilds of Eldraine box, pretty cool. But we're seeing these prices that are really good right now. One Piece. A lot of people are talking about One Piece. It's hot, it's in. You know, even I get excited. I'm like, all right, I have 1 of every box, I want 2 of every box. Because now it's showing me it's the real deal. But in reality, One Piece has made their jump, okay? One Piece has made their jump, so now people are going to take profits on it. It might be a little bit of a bubble because you had all the people who were getting in Pokemon at all-time highs. Now they want to get in One Piece all-time highs, and you're going to see them start buying out Kingdoms of Intrigue, you know, OP04, until it's through the roof. They buy 70 boxes on TCG Player, and now they're manipulating that market just like they did with the Pokemon market. It's the same exact thing. So with One Piece, if I have to give any advice on One Piece, OP05 and older would be stuff that intrigues me. But it's not the time to buy. Now is the time to still focus on your Pokemon. The Pokemon is the blue chip item. If you love One Piece, what were you waiting for? You had so many opportunities, but now people want it because it's going through the roof. Okay? OP05 to me is going to age like fine wine. The Mega Gear Luffy. I think I opened a case with my buddy, and we couldn't hit any manga, right? So it's like, I don't know. OP05 has some nostalgia to me. It's not that long ago, but it's like, guys, I had opportunities to buy cases, right? OP01, I could have bought a blue bottom case at $80 a box when I bought all those Crown Zenith cases. I declined it. I said, you know what? I just bought 10 Crown Zenith cases. I don't have the money to do that. So you know what? I will buy a box or 2. I'm not going to buy a case. And did I regret it? Yeah, of course. But like those boxes are $4,000 a piece. It's not the time to hop into those boxes. Now's the time to hop in a set like Chilling Reign, which dropped to $400 and something. Astral Radiance in the 300s. Brilliant Stars having a leg up, $500. This stuff is such a no-brainer, but you know what? Guess what? 90% of the people aren't going to want Brilliant Stars until it jumps up to the 7, to the 8, and they'll catch it right at 1,000. It's the same thing that happens every time. But now, the human psyche says everyone run their One Piece, get away from Pokemon, and then they'll focus on One Piece. That little bubble will pop, some boxes will age very well, and then they'll go back and forth and flip-flop. I do think diversification is good, but diversification is good when you get into it at a lower price, right? I always live by one thing. I would always buy 2 boxes, one to keep sealed and one to rip. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I bought a couple One Piece boxes because I wanted to have 2 of each, and that's just how I am. I do think, if anything, it shows you that Bandai's handling it well. Even Rudy talked about it. So now it gives it a little more of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it's stable. It's stable and it has potential and people are acknowledging it. So in theory, if you want to start buying One Piece, then buy the new booster boxes that come out. But don't try to go back and then go crazy that way. Heck, I don't know, OP01 Blue Bottom might age like a first edition booster box in 10 years. Who the heck knows? But they don't understand that, like, it depends on what print run with the Blue Bottom, right? There's so much more to it. But it's just people uneducated, and that's what ultimately affects the hobby. That's what, the uneducated can make a price shoot up by 100, 300% just like that. And that's dangerous. They know enough to get in trouble, if that makes sense. But overall, in the Pokemon hobby right now, I think Sword and Shield, great prices. I think Sun and Moon is stabilizing. I know someone that bought a Cosmic box today for $2,300. We had all-time highs of $4,000. So guys, that's like, oh my God, that's a big drop. That is a huge drop, jeez. So $4,000 to $2,300. I bought one at Collecticon for $26,000. We're seeing Celestial Storm at $2K. These boxes, Team Up is back in the 7s. It was hitting $10K. It's a 30% drop. So we are seeing bigger drops. But it's just more of a buying opportunity. I think right now in the hobby, we're getting healthy on the secondary market with older items. I do think I'm seeing Phantasmal Flames booster boxes drop down to $225. I'm seeing sellers at $225. I'm seeing UPCs at, $145. Like I said before, we will see UPCs anywhere from $129 to $135. Booster boxes, I do think we will see Phantasmal below $200 on booster boxes. My opinion was we would see, 180 to 220. We're already seeing 229. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say if this second wave is big enough, if this second wave is huge, we will see $180 booster boxes, especially if people want to get things off their book before the end of the year. And then you're going to see a lot more product flood the market. I mean, heck, I have so much product right now, I even think about selling sometimes. I really should, but I just don't. I just rather plumb and kill myself. But it's just like, guys, it's positive right now. It's a great time to buy. Holidays are here. Everything's on a discount. Take advantage of it. And I'm telling you guys, this time next year, you're going to be looking at Sword and Shield boxes, and you're going to be like, what the crap? That's up 40, 50%. That damn plumber was screaming Brilliant Stars on the top of his lungs because he saw a thing or two before. And guys, it's the same exact thing. These boxes are being ripped at an all-time rate. Usually it takes a couple years for things to change and grow, but the way products are being shredded right now is just at an all-time high. And next thing you know, in the next year, the next 2 years, there's not going to be that much Sword and Shield on the market. Slow and steady wins the race. Take advantage of it, and just remember to have fun. That's all that matters, is have fun, enjoy yourself, and yeah. We're in a good place, guys. We're in a good place, guys. Enjoy. We're on the road to 10K. Goals to hit 10K by Christmas, December 25th. We're almost there. For each and every one of you, thank you. I appreciate and love you guys. And I hope you guys have a stellar week ahead of you. For everyone's favorite segment of the day, Pokemon Pronunciation of the Day. I was watching Pokemon movies with my son last night, and we did this one when I first started the channel, right? So I want to do it again because everyone's going to be in such disbelief, and they're going to be like, no freaking way. And I'm going to say, yes way, Whoa. How do I spell it? Oh. Whoa. Oh, here it is. There we go. You ready for this? Raikou. Raikou. I say Raikou, but it's Raikou. Raikou embodies the speed of lightning. The roars of this Pokemon send shock waves shuddering through the air and shake the ground, roar, as if lightning bolts had come crashing down. Raikou. Raikou. You heard it here, folks. Not Raikou, Raikou. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys are the very best.